Hey everybody, this is Dustin, your RV specialist. So I'm looking at a 2023 Brinkley. We're actually here to do some finish up on the warranty work, and customer had us replace the suspension with a Roadmaster suspension kit. And previous posts and videos and pictures, you're going to see all the wheel seals blew out on the axles, which saturated the brakes. We put them in the compartment for him so he can take them back. I think he's going to try to turn in a claim against them on it. All the bushings were bad as well, but that's, normal wear and tear. So anyways, that got all squared away. A couple things I want to point out, and I've already talked to the owners about it, so that at some point either they're going to attempt to do it themselves or they're going to come back in and then trying to take a look at Gen Y hitch. Again, we like those. We recommend them to everybody. They not only have them in a gooseneck, but they also have them in an actual fifth wheel head that will attach to the fifth wheel in the back of your truck. So they have them for both styles if that's something you're interested in. So my big complaint is, this is just me in my opinion. I'm probably too picky, but when I look these coaches over and I think about, now that you're here, you're our customer. So my job is to kind of help protect your investment, keep it lasting long, give you my own recommendations and stuff. And so, I'm going to beat up again about the no silicones, right? There's no silicone on anything on the outside of the coaches, but yet they'll silicone the whole inside of the coach, which doesn't make sense. So, and I know the guys are going to watch this and say, damn it, Dustin, why are you saying that kind of stuff? But guys, we love you, but we're talking longevity. We try stuff and we think, hey, it's great and new and let's go with this. And then several years down the road, we go, oh, darn it, I should have done it different. So all these moldings on the screw cover, there's gaps, huge gaps in all of them, all the way behind them. There is some products behind there, but it's insufficient. You can already see that the decals and stuff are lifting up. This coach hasn't been traveled too much, but you can see all the putties that have bled out. You can see all the putties that are bled out on the movement of the slide out. And so, same thing underneath here on the bottom, there's stuff that's bled out. There's different gaps. There's things that are coming and bleeding out underneath the bottom of it. Same thing with the compartment doors and whatnot. So, I'm always, like I said, concerned. And when I zoom in and I can see, that it's not making contact like they think it is back there, you can see the voids and gaps in it. It just, there's water and stuff. There's clear. You can see clear back in there that it's not blocking it as designed. And that's because you have an S-lock that's a different, you're trying to take a flat surface and put it flat against something. Well, if it was completely flat, it might, but because of all these different, kickouts and whatnot, that's the kind of stuff I'm concerned with. Also stuff that, I'm always nagging about screws. So I want to show you here, here's a screw at the end of the molding, right? And I'm going to go show you a screw in just a second on the other molding that's missing a screw. And when I say missing, it's just because they're pre-drilled every 6 inches, and then when those moldings get whacked off, they just stop, don't put a screw. So here's a screw on this end of the molding, and this is right here by the steps as well. So you can see there's no screw here. Well, watch me move this gap, right? I'm moving, let me zoom in closer. I am moving this molding, right? So you can see me pushing this molding, and you can see this molding flexing. And when I'm doing that, you can actually see that the screw is loose. And so, as water and dirt run down through here, it's gonna get back there. It's gonna cause issues. It's not gonna happen underneath the first year warranty or the second year, or even now that it's extended, but it's going to happen over time. And so I have a big concern on that. So my advice is install a screw there. Something else while we're here, so the slide outs, there's a lot of debate back and forth, and again, I just go with my opinion. And 26 years of doing it, owning a repair shop, I want you to know, we have 3 to 5 units come in and out every day. And if you do the math, the simple math, or say, hey, Dustin, what's your average hours per year, per every decade? I probably have over 300,000 hours of RV repair under my belt. Not me personally, but me actually either doing it, instructing it, teaching it, advising in it, estimates in it, all my guys repairing in it, however you want to look at it. I know it sounds like an insane amount, but that's a rough ballpark. Could even be more. So we're never going to tell you to do something that we wouldn't actually want to do for our own coaches, right? So, silicone on here is going to act like a water deflectant. And as the water runs down, it's going to deflect off of it and roll off versus taking a risk of something flexing or moving down the road, allowing it to get in here. So going back to the slide out seals, and I'm sorry I'm all over the place, going back to the slide out seals, there's, some people I see putting powder on them. Some people I see doing all different kind of weird stuff. There are certain slide out seals that you're not supposed to treat, right? But that's real far in between. There are so many different companies out there that make slide out bulb seal treatments. So check into the different brands. They're all a little bit different. It's kind of like, Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Pepsi One, Pepsi this, Pepsi that. It's still Pepsi, but with different flavors and shit added to it. So pick and choose whatever you want, but I highly recommend that you clean and lubricate these seals. Now, where I'm going with this is when this room is closed into the closed position, and you see how this edge of the slide out is, right? You see this mark right here? This mark is the rubber that is rubbing, creating friction, friction like this on this coach. Now I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to show you this outer edge. So look at all the rub marks that it's rubbing, and again, no screw on the end of the molding at the roof line. All the rub marks of all the bulb seal that's rubbing on the flange, and that's pretty significant. So what happens is people don't realize, that this is creating a friction, and so the UV treatment is protecting it from the sun. It's a water repellent, it's an anti-static, and it's basically protecting it from the friction that it's creating. Now, some of this was caused, probably because we'll say a combination of factors, right? The bushings in here were worn on the suspension. It had traditional suspension system on it. They didn't have much of a, to help reduce the G-forces and the shaking and vibration. So now he's got a system on there that we put on the Roadmaster kit that's got shocks, it's got slipper springs, and so it's going to actually absorb a lot of the shaking and jarring. Inside here in the coach, down here on the floor, I'm going to get in closer here. There's marks from the skis where they were rubbing on the floor down there, and same thing with here. There's these marks on the floor that are rubbing from the slide out skis as that room is sitting there bouncing around and making friction and moving. So whenever you have an through frame rail slide out, which what this is, right? The only thing that's holding this room against the wall itself is just the pressure when it's retracted, right? Now these rails down here, right? It's the same thing. These rails are the only two rails that hold this room. And we just did another video on a Grand Design where between vibration, flexing, wear and tear, the slide out bracket right there, that bracket literally ripped from the frame. So pretty soon I'll put that out, and there's other ones that we've done as well, but all these slide outs need to be maintained and they need to be adjusted periodically. They need to be checked, and we'll usually mark them with different color spray paint, or we'll scribe them, or we'll put some kind of witness mark on them so we know right where they go. But all these seals underneath here need to be cleaned and treated. All these brackets and stuff need to be inspected, and usually we find a lot more stuff. Now Brinkley does do a lot of things way better. I like the fact that they use trifold rivets, and so I'm always talking about, can't get the camera to zoom in right. Let's see if I can get, there we go. That's a trifold rivet. And so they do a lot of trifold rivets, which we love. Those work a lot better than just putting a set screw in. And so as you can see, they'll have rivets all on their fender skirts, which holds it a lot better. It doesn't shake and come loose. But I'm still, bitching about all the silicones and sealants and stuff. So there's plus and minuses. Same thing over here. There's no screw here. There's no screw up there. And you can see again all the rubbing that's taken place from the seals itself. Not as bad as that front area, but while this thing was here, we just ended up replacing a lower tail light on the back because the tail light had water in it. And so you can see the difference between the two. And even my tech said, hey boss, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna put a little bit of silicone around that light just because I replaced it and I wanted it on there. And you can also see that the owners gouged something on the side there, scuffed it with something. But, you know, it's just us. You know, we recommend that you put a UV treatment on your fender skirts. We recommend that you put a UV treatment on your slide out, on your awnings, on your slide out toppers, anything that's plastic, vinyl, rubber, any decals. You know, I don't know if this one's had compartment leaks or not because it wasn't here for testing that. But in other videos, we had compartment handles and stuff that were leaking and pointed out how simple of a fix it was. You know, a lot of the dealerships and stuff watch our page as well. And we're like, oh, that's where it's leaking. Okay. You know, but it's just, you know, we're all here in the same community to try to help each other and try to, you know, teach each other what we can to protect these units. You know, again, here's the same end. There's a screw down there. And there's no screw up there. So same kind of issue. They don't make a screen yet for this one. But they do make a bug screen for that one. I would highly recommend that you put one on when you do see this video. Same thing, don't forget to treat your slides. Same thing up here. You want to go back and make sure that all these screws are tight, that they haven't backed out at all. Again, nothing has bled out on the rails. And then again, I would really recommend go back and cap seal everything with silicone. Use white, use clear, whatever color you want. You know, use clear or white here, fill that whole edge. And here's why the edge is important. I don't know if it's on the back of this side or if it's the opposite side, but one of these the other day, the whole side was completely overfilled with mold and stuff in it. And just like at the roof line. And I think if I can get it, it's been raining, so it might wash some of it off, but up there and on the opposite side, it was really moldy. You know, because stuff was getting built up in here and was growing. And so I have pictures of that from when I did look at it originally. And so again, it's just, you know, it's not for me to try to upsell you something. You know, I don't care. Do it yourself. You know, we always say, you know, I can see daylight through that guy. We're always saying, fix what you can fix yourself. And what you can't fix, then have us fix it. But, you know, regardless whether you come to us or you go to another repair shop or dealership, you know, let them maintain these units. Another couple accessories I would recommend to you is buy the snap pads for the feet. Do a JT strong arm brace kit that's going to do the X in the front. It's going to do a 45 off the back to the frame. That'll stabilize this whole coach. Keep it from rocking when you're moving inside of it. There was another gentleman here the other day that didn't have one, and we added it onto it, and I forgot to take a video of it. And I showed him before when he dropped off, I pushed up against the coach. And I said, look how much this moves. And I was just using my fingers and just pushing. And the whole coach was swaying back and forth. And then after we put it back on, I came over and I shoved on it with significant force. And I said, now you're solid, you know, so made a huge difference. Let me see if this back area had that or not too, like I was talking about. Maybe it did wash off. I don't remember. Must have washed off because you can see how moldy it is up there. Well, it wasn't like that down here, and I don't know if it's, well, there's still a little bit in there, but that was all really severely molded the other day, so the rain washed it off. But anyways, hopefully these tips help. You know, we're not always trying to be so negative about stuff. You know, we just want, you know, we care and we want you to maintain this stuff so that you don't come back years from now with, you know, hey, my wall's rotted or my floor's rotted or my slide out's rotted. So, you know, like that water line, that goes right to the floor. You know, we're always checking the awnings when we open them up to make sure that none of the hardware is coming loose. We're always checking too to make sure that the star washers on the awnings are there. All the time the guys are fixing other stuff that it's not even in here for, and just throwing in little extras as a courtesy to our customers. So just because, you know, we don't want you to have a problem, we'll note it down and we'll tell you about it. You know, hey, he was over here working on something over here, and he tightened something up over there, or fixed something up, or threw a screw in. But same thing with this, you know, here's all that putty bleeding out. And usually when it bleeds out like that, it's just a tattletale of this thing, you know, flexing and moving, which is putting pressure, which is actually causing it to, you know, to make a friction to push that stuff out. So water deflection, huge. Make sure you get some stuff on it as soon as you can. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, listening to me nag and complain and the what I would do and all that. And again, this unit was in here for some warranty work. I think we did some other stuff inside. We replaced an outlet on it. We replaced the light bulb on it. We fixed some escape handle latches. I think there was some other hardware stuff that we took care of as well. So we do appreciate that. I think Gino's got to do some stuff to these lenses because the lenses are coming loose, which is kind of typical. When I talked to the guys at the factory, they said that, you know, that some of the sealant wasn't as strong as recommended. But be careful if you're pressure washing these fronts. Or if you're taking it to like a truck wash or something like that, because that can cause damage to those as well. So, and then they'll catch water and hold it inside of them. So, all right. Well, hey, you guys, it's 2 days. Well, one more day after today before the Christmas week. We're going to be closed down, and a lot was super full today. We had, I think, 6 or 7 pickups. And you can see the guys were out here working on the units. They've got wheel bearing pack and suspension stuff going on in Imagine over there. Dave was doing some roof work. Zach's doing some frame work. Zach's doing some more frame work. There's lots of units on the yard and inside the building. We've got a brand new 2025 reflection in here, doing some warranty inspection on it as well. So, all right, and then a bunch of reflections and stuff too. So, all right, well, hey, everybody, thanks a lot so much, and have a great week, and have a good Christmas. It's Dustin, your RV Specialist.